Alright, ladies and gentlemen, well, Bleach is well on its way. We're in the week to where, obviously, the beta will be starting. I believe 2 days after from when I'm uploading this video, so I believe on a Tuesday, I think, is when we can pre-download Bleach Soul Reasonance, of course. And when that is the case, I'll do a video on it to keep you guys in the loop. I will be using an emulator, using LD players, what I used when I played the previous beta, and it's going to be the same going forward because it worked like a treat. And just an FYI, when I was playing on the emulator, I was using my controller. Yeah, controller support. Happy days, hence why I was smooth sailing enjoying this game. But anyway, we're here to talk about Byakuya, of course, because we do have his skill set in English. Now, back last year, I did go over this character. I couldn't find the video. I don't know if I'm blind or what, because I could not find the video of the last beta that we played, or that I played, of course. Me doing an update video on Byakuya. I don't think I did. Now, he does play a key role, because obviously with Bleach, depending on what typing of characters that you get, there is a mono team that needs to be built around them, right? And the key thing about this Byakuya is that he holds the battlefield skill. So, as I've said plenty of times, and you guys are aware, when Holification Ichigo does release, day one, I am going to be maxing him out. Now, I do want to get his team sorted, and Byakuya is a key component for his team for that battlefield skill. So yeah, shout out to Bleach, Shikigami Facebook page, or Shikigami Express, should I say. If you guys do want to go check it out, join up, more than welcome to. We'll keep you updated on what's going down, but we do have the luxury to take a look at the boy Byakuya. Now, I did do a video looking at him back in 2023. I think that was during the alpha. Obviously, with the recent beta that we had, I thought I did an updated video on him, but I don't think I did because I can't find it. Either I'm blind, I'm pretty sure I can't find it. Anyway, so we'll just kind of take a look at him. I've got a rough idea on how he's working, but like I said, he is a key character that I do want to go over. So obviously his typing is /red typing. So as I go over characters, you know, there are going to be some key reasoning to why they're kind of needed, and if you do pull them, congratulations, right? And so first things first, just to get out of the way, when Bleach does drop, Holification Ichigo will be I guess everyone's #1 go-to, and I don't blame you. Once you get into that holification state and then you drop that, oh, it's a GG. The amount of damage is produced, it's ridiculous. It's full on nuking, and so you kind of want to support that. And this Byakuya is basically the battlefield support for the red team, aka the / team. So just bear that in mind. So let's just kind of go over, see what's going on, and I just want to see if they've changed anything. I assume with what I'm seeing here is going to continue on. That's the beta that's going to be happening by the end of the week, actually. Yeah, crazy. Anyway, so core passive, releasing 1000 Blades Funeral reduces Byakuya's technique cooldown by 1.5 seconds. Each time he releases a technique, he deals 20% more damage with his next battlefield skill for 3.5 seconds, stacks up 4 times. I think that is the same, because I remember the whole stacking on that part. Unfortunately, we don't see the enhancement passive, but it's a-okay. The initial passive is staying the same, so that's fine. Okay, so this is his skill now. Yep. Zanbun Sakura's blade splits into countless tiny blades that strike the enemy after 3.5 seconds. Total of 717.5 damage. So I believe that's max level. Yeah, it is. Okay, level 7 plus 4. Okay. Of attack. During the time, you can switch on the field characters, and Byakuya will remain on the field until then the attack completes. Yeah, so that's something which, in terms of the red team, that you could utilize the most is that you can activate Byakuya's skill, go into Ichigo, or whoever you want actually, but mainly Ichigo, and then yeah, Byakuya will still be on the field, and I want to say it tracks this attack, but either way, it's a bit of like a projectile type attack, so that's fine. Yeah, so while Byakuya's battlefield skill was active, releasing this technique grants 4 battlefield skill energy, which is very nice because of course you do need the battlefield skill energy in order to get the battlefield skill going. Byakuya's control a massive wave of Sakura petals to attack up. Wait, what? Byakuya's controls a massive wave of Sakura petals to attack up to 3 times. Oh, okay. Dealing damage to... Oh, so this is his Bankai state. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so his... Oh, he also gains spiritual pressure on hits. This is actually kind of nice. His Bankai state, I've spoken about it before, but on the alpha, it was disgusting. It was probably one of the best Bankais the game has ever seen. And then the developers had to nerf it into making it a 3-hitter. But the 3-hitter, once hit, does hit pretty hard. So that's nice. And again, he does build up spiritual pressure from that end. And of course, the ultimate, Denbun Sakura, of course. So Byakuya fully splits the blade into tiny blades and strikes multiple times faster than Shigai, dealing damage equal to 660 of his attack. He then enters Bankai, enhancing both of his basic attacks and technique. The Bankai state lasts for 15 seconds and remains active when if Byakuya is switched out. So that's something to note. Battlefield skill. So this is pretty much the key component for the Ichigo team. So if you do pull this Byakuya, that is kind of like going to be his team. That's going to be the role that he's going to be playing. And again, since Ichigo is going to be the main focal point to when, you know, even when the beta drops, and even when, you know, the game releases, soft launch, globally, whatever, yeah, this Byakuya is going to be a character that you do want to pull for the sake of Ichigo and making his mono team, of course. So while Byakuya's Battlefield skill is active, increases all teammates slash damage by 30%. So right there and there confirms that he is supporting the red team. That's why I say this Byakuya is a key unit for that team. Is a key unit to be beside Ichigo. Byakuya transforms fluttering petals into blades and pierces enemies' damage, pinning them to the ground and dealing damage equal to 187%. So that was another kind of bit of a bonus to the whole pinning. So that way you can just kind of, well, if you do bring in Ichigo and he's got his Bankai stay active, then you can pretty much apply that fury of attacks that Ichigo possesses, because his attack speed is disgusting. You can get so much damage off in such little seconds. If Byakuya's Battlefield skill energy drops to 0 after releasing this skill, tap on the Battlefield's skill button again to trigger a follow-up attack with the same effect as the 4th strike of the base. Okay, yeah. So this, just be careful. It's nice, but if you have the auto button selected to where, you know, the game itself will help out and whatnot, or might take over if you're doing something else. If you've got it selected, at a given second moment, let's say you're in a mid combo with Ichigo, the game will switch out if you're in that situation with the Battlefield skill. So just bear that in mind. Alright, if you're gonna manually play it, take off the auto button. If you're gonna let the game do its thing, put it on, don't touch it, because that kind of screwed me up a few times, I will say. So yeah, and then continuing on, if Byakuya's Battlefield skill energy drops to 0, oh no, we've read that. Oh, so this is so the passive, yeah, Byakuya's Battlefield skill button will be activated within 2 seconds after any character performs a special attack, a technique, or a counter attack. Can't be triggered otherwise. So it's fairly easy to do. Just do a special attack and then a counter attack, and then you're ready to rock and roll with a Battlefield skill, of course. But again, it's that extra 30% to what we're getting out of in terms of pushing for our red character. So again, with, I guess, team combination on what we're looking at is you've got your main DPS, you've got your Battlefield user, and then of course you've got your support. That's kind of like the way I'm looking at it in terms of how this game works. 3 characters, they've all got their roles, and in this case, this Byakuya, yes, he's got some good damage behind him, I'm not going to deny that. The Battlefield skill was there, he's supporting the team, he's there for the sub DPS damage, and yeah, pretty much just pushing for Ichigo, because Ichigo is going to be the main DPS. And it's not just the holification Ichigo that I'm talking about. There are the other versions, or the lower rarity versions of Ichigo that are also red typing. So any slash red DPS users, yeah, Byakuya is going to be their best friend, essentially. And then of course you got the support. As of right now, in terms of what typing is kind of like the best, in my opinion right now, is red, especially with the switch up that they've made, and that will be spoken about in the next video, because a certain somebody was a certain typing during the alpha stage, and then they switched them up to put them into Ichigo's team, and it's kind of cracked. But yeah, so yeah, going forward guys, I'm going to start talking about characters. The beta is going to be happening, so we're going to be diving in on that, and just kind of fully preparing for the official launch and seeing where things are. I've already done a pre-tier list when it came to me playing the beta beforehand. It still kind of stands up until I play the beta this time around to see if anything has changed. From what I'm hearing, not much has changed character wise, so I think it stands to what I was with where I ranked everyone before. But I'll do like a tier list when it comes to this beta ending, just to kind of fully confirm on what we want to aim for and shoot for when the game releases. But again, we're going over some characters, we're going over on what they play, what they do, what their roles are. And when it comes to Byakuya, he is a battlefield sub DPS, DPS 2. I'm not gonna just kind of say that he's got weak damage. He's got damage, but he's a battlefield user. He supports the red typing, and that's kind of like the main premise of this character. So that's what we're looking out for. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I will end it there. Thank you for watching. This week is Bleach time. I've been waiting for so long, and yeah, we're gonna get our hands on it. But yeah, we'll talk about the next character that is going to be the best support in the game.